What's the policy with your company on mental health days? Yeah, you get so many sick days, and that's all up front, right? But it's a relatively new concept. The author of By Any Means on the live line with us today, Khari Bodrick. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So, Brett Bakita, and I am Steve Kelly, and this is West Michigan's Morning News. So, calling in sick, nothing new. What constitutes a mental health day?
Well, a mental health day first of all, I guess I could say mental health is just important to you as your physical health. Just like any bodily distress, your mind needs time to rest and recover. So when you're feeling too stressed, you and your work will suffer, which can lead to issues that can hurt your performance and your coworkers. So knowing when to help and taking mental health day for yourself is crucial to maintaining your overall health and well-being. And that's both inside and outside the workplace. So if you lost some motivation, your ability to focus at work, become less productive, these are some signs that it might be time to take that mental health day.
There's a lot of stigma about mental health. There's a lot of things we don't know. A lot of employers are afraid that that's just an excuse to take a Monday off and make it a long weekend if it's sunny and nice. How do you convince employers that these are very important to worker productivity?
Right. That's a good point. And unfortunately, the stigma still is attached. And that's just a part of this process. But, that comes from just a lack of understanding or misinformation. This is when the public education comes into play. So to increase the knowledge around mental health, I think it's important for these companies to bring in a professional, like an advocate or a representative from a local nonprofit organization, just to speak about this topic and provide that education and provide ways that they can actually help.
Khari, when you look at it then, do you think that we'll have someday a qualification in when people will have their contracts and so forth? You get so many vacation days, you get so many sick days, you get so many mental health days?
I think so. I eventually think we will get to that point. It's a slow process, but I think as a country, we're starting to pay attention a lot more to mental health, especially after the pandemic. I think it's a lot more attention and focus on this area. So I think that these companies will gravitate towards that. I know a lot of the major companies are already are implementing these employee assistance programs or EAP programs where they're providing like 24/7 support and counseling for their employees. So I think we're taking baby steps, but I do take that in the future for sure.
Mentioned before that I am part of the mental health community. I have been in therapy intensively for years. I'm on the spectrum of depression and anxiety. And because of the treatment that I've had, I have coping mechanisms. I know when I'm having a bad day, some of the things that I can do. For somebody that might be a novice, not in therapy, that might be considering a mental health day in the future, what's the best way to take advantage of that?
Nice. Well, I appreciate your honesty, first of all. But just whenever you're taking a mental health day, you want to spend this day doing things that you know are beneficial to your mental health and your physical health. So don't spend time doing things that you aren't sure will make you feel better. So try to make these activities to lift your spirits and your joy ahead of time and just make a list of them. So for me, I like to go for a swim or for a bike ride. This can either be going to the gym or hiking. And it doesn't have to be physical. This can be simply spending time painting or writing. Anything that can keep your mind off work and allow you to hit that mental reset button is going to be beneficial.
Khari Bodrick is the author of By Any Means. It has been a pleasure. Thanks for your time this morning.
Likewise. Take care.
Wood Radio News Time now, 8:11. Let's get back to traffic.